and we slide in, we get to our familiar position we've been working from. From here, we're going to start the wave from down low with a small circular movement, like a corkscrew type motion that starts in the knees, comes around to the body, and ultimately comes through. Now, as you begin to practice that movement at first, you'll find that that waveform will be very large. And as you make the grapple, you will need to make a very large movement in order to bring it through. As you progress through the martial arts and become more proficient, that movement will shorten until ultimately you get the grapple, and that's your waveform. So it is a lot shorter movement than maybe what you're accustomed to or what you begin with. So as you make your movement from here, and you're blending your body 45 degrees off the deflection, and then the step hits. As that foot lands on the toes, as the heel's dropping, there's a natural bouncing back up. That's the coming through of the waveform coming into the arm. Now you'll notice I'm not using a large impact cause this person to drop from the technique. Everything is coming from the waveform. So again, working through it slowly, there's the impact here of the punch with the deflection, the set, the step to the toes. As the heel hits, the body makes a quick bounce, a little rotation for the corkscrew of the waveform, and transfers it through. Now something we can do as well. Once we set for here for the waveform, and we set everything we just discussed, we can apply another player to the game, which is harmonics. Okay? Sometimes you may start to come through the technique. Now I will argue if you do the waveform properly, and you do the multiple planes of attack with both the right and the left hands, that you may not necessarily have to have additional players to the game. Our experience has shown that 3 players or 4 players is more than most people can overcome with resistance. So if you're doing 3 to 4 of these players on top of each other, that should be sufficient to make your technique work properly. Instead, as you progress through the martial arts,